Assalamualaikum semua. Terima kasih kerana menjemput seorang hamba daripada Kuala Lumpur. It's such a pleasure being in Jakarta. A heartfelt thank you to Ibu Prita for inviting myself. To all the fellow PR practitioners, His Excellency is here, Prof. N. Agung, tahniah, ya, Bapak kerana menerima fellowship. Ya. I'm very proud to stand on this stage simply because when I arrived at 3 p.m. yesterday, up to 12 noon today, I've heard nothing but the best stories on LSPR. Tahniah, a heartfelt congratulations. From the hotel, Ayana, I've met people from LSPR. When I went to the Malaysian embassy this morning, there are LSPR graduates working at the embassy. I'm just amazed, Ibu, tahniah, because one of the benchmark of an excellent college or university is employability. And I think you have set a very good standard. Tahniah, Ibu. Tahniah. Now, there are no box in this world. Tiada lagi out of the box, in the box, no box. VUCA is real. In fact, it is VUCAD. Yeah, VUCAD. This is happening. Communications is required in Malaysia, in ASEAN, and in the world. We try to help a bit with this ASEAN when we organize the ASEAN International Film Festival. Film is one of the tools that bind us together. People in Malaysia enjoy the Philippine drama. People in Indonesia suka tengok Korean, K-pop suka? K-pop suka. People in Singapore also enjoy Philippine movie. All of us enjoy the Thai horror movie. So whenever we do the ASEAN International Film Festival, they are full of emotions and a lot of stories to share and tell. Yeah, that's one of the way we assist with the ASEAN communication. Ladies and gentlemen, if you see the two screens, that's one of the biggest band in the world, and that is the cover of their 1969 album. Can you recognize them? Yes, Beatles. Yeah, Beatles. In 1969, if you go on YouTube now, you might see about 50,000 views on YouTube. But the title of my speech today is not about Beatles, but about the capital letters behind the Beatles, BTS. BTS is not, or it can be, the Korean K-pop. Who likes BTS? Tada? Minat BTS? Yes, yes. No need to jump, stay still. Yeah. I'm not from BTS. Brand, trust, and stakeholder has always been an intriguing issue at the agency. We have been running world communications for the past 26 years. We've managed a lot of international MNCs, GLCs, and government agencies. Susah sekarang. Tersangat susah. Because we map the stakeholder one way and suddenly something else come out. We think of a good big strategy for 2 years for an organization, the product or the people, and it's just trash, maybe through VUCAT or deceit, you know. So it's so interesting today to handle people, product, and organization. For the next 15-20 minutes, I'm going to delve into some tactical issues because Prof. N has talked on the strategic intent. Interesting betul lah sekarang ni nak buat kerja-kerja komunikasi. Not as easy. Next. Okay, tak apalah, kita move on. That's me jumping because when Ibu called me, I was so happy. Next. This word came out especially, this is a Latin word, but during Margaret Thatcher's time, primus inter pares, first among equal. Hari ini sesiapa yang mempunyai handphone berkuasa. You have the power to get into other people's mind, yeah, with the handphone. First among equal, you are first among equal. If you think that Antara News or Sky News or BBC, or in our case in Malaysia, Radio TV Malaysia, or CNA is first among equal, you are wrong. You are first among equal. Today I want to touch that you being that you are first among equal, it gives us a very interesting situation. First among equal. Next. And because it's first among equal, that has got 50 million views, Beatles, 1969. 50 years later, BTS has got 500 million views in 2019. 50 tahun bekerja untuk dapat 50 million views. 2 bulan untuk mendapat 500 juta views. Yeah? So we are living in very interesting times. Yeah? Enough, Mak, no, enough. It's too late. You know what's going to go viral? Not them, me. You know why? First among equal means you have recorded what I just did and you will share it within your group. Now comes the problem, what group? Some of you are very Instagram happy. Some of us are into Facebook, depending on our age group. Some of us tweet. Some of us love to look at the YouTube. Then some of us TikTok. So it's very difficult now to decide on the tactics and the tools that we use. When we talk to MNCs, global MNCs, even in Kuala Lumpur, terlalu laju. And Prof. Ann and Agong has hit it straight when they say that it keeps changing. It's so fast. It's so fast that I can, as an agency, catch up with what they're doing, even with the big overarching strategy. Yeah, it's so fast. Next, first among equal. Who is this? Now, Parasite, have you seen the movie? If I ask you about some Hollywood movie or British movie, you may not see it, but you've seen Parasite. You may not understand fully what he's saying or she's saying, but you look at the subtitle. But do you enjoy the movie? Why? Why do you enjoy the movie? Emotions, maybe, rich and poor, how the poor deceive the rich, how suddenly there's a monster in the basement, you know. So all this storytelling is really interesting, yeah. Why is interesting? Now they have won SAG. Now they are in the running next week to win the Oscars. It's just incredible. The world is incredible, ladies and gentlemen. When we started the ASEAN International Film Festival and we bring people like Jackie Chan, ooh, you know, Donnie Yen, Steven Seagal, and Michelle Yeoh. But now we have to think ahead to see what is popular in 2021. What will my stakeholders in ASEAN come to Kuching to take part in IFA? What? I do not know, but it's interesting. First among equal, Parasite. First among equal, BTS. First among equal are all of you. Next. Can I ask all of you to please stand up? I know you know each other. Can I ask you to all stand up, if you don't mind? I would like to talk about the power of handshake, first among equal. Can you just look at the partner beside you and shake the person's hand, please? Yes. This is so important. Important because you're creating a Facebook friend, or you might follow the person on Instagram. You know, sangat penting. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time, I'm inviting His Excellency to shake his hand. Come. Can we just go one up? Yeah? Sini je. Okay. All right. As soon as His Excellency tilt his hand up a bit, he wants power. As soon as I shake his hand and I go up, I want something from him. Can you please look at your partner and shake your partner's hand? Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Okay, all of you can sit down. Primus inter pares means you want to take control. Temporarily, it may be. As soon as some of you walked into the hall, I started shaking your hands. Some of you wanted power. Some of you gave me power. Yeah. But that's what they're saying next. Yeah. The gentleman on your left wants power. Next. The gentleman on your right, as usual, Margaret Thatcher wants power. It's so interesting to look at photos, pictures, and characters of wanting power. Yeah. There's a talk on NLP done in Kuala Lumpur recently, also talking about handshake and looking in the eyes of the person that you, yeah. So that was just to ask you to stand up and do some exercise before I continue in the next 10 minutes. Next. Okay. Double hand is more power. You're seeking and appealing for power. Primus inter pares. Next. Now, this is the other thing. I kept asking Candy and all of you, santai ke santui? Santai jawapan mereka yang berumur 30 tahun ke atas. 29 ke bawah santui. Betul ke? Itu je. So since I think I'm young, the word is santui. So the session today is about santui. Next. Yeah, okay. Right. Can you please raise your right hand? Raise your right hand. Your first thumb, your thumb is S. Remember, yeah? Second, A. Third, N. Fourth, T. Fifth, U. You have to raise both hands and say Y. Y. Yeah, remember, yeah? First thumb, second, third, fourth, fifth, and finally, remember those days, this is for those people above 50, YMCA, remember? YMCA. And then all these kids go, what's wrong with those moms and dads and aunties and uncles? Yeah? Next. These are some of the words I would like to talk to in the next 10 minutes. Just some of these words, yeah, because we find it very interesting. When we talk about stakeholders, Bapak Agong was mentioning about story, good story, yeah, which is very important, yeah. Audio, visual, da 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 da, da 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 da, 50 million, da 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 da, campur lagi 50, da 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 da. 400 million, now 500 million on YouTube, isn't it? Da, 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 da. Next. Sorry, Mano. Then new media. What part of the new media? And it's got to be done naturally. As we saw VUCAT with the deceit that goes on, and you remember deceit items, we're going to show you some samples. Trust is primary. Without trust, the whole system, product, company, and organization collapse. USP may be an important item depending what you're selling now. And finally, youth. I understand a bit of youth because I have a 13-year-old, 23-year-old now this year, and a 25-year-old at home. Tahu sangat lah. Perangai mereka tak apa lain because memang different generation. So different generation, different. Yeah, next. Primus inter pares. Remember, you have all the power as I have on stage. Next. Stakeholders, moving on. Stakeholders, we must always think today, 2020, on storytelling. All the speakers have hit it straight with the right story. But what's the right story and what's the right message? How do you craft the right message? Susah betul. Because it moves. Next. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my late father. Yang duduk tengah tu my arwah ayah. Yang belah kanan ni arwah ibu. Arwah nenek. Arwah moyang. Nenek namanya Yon binti Jakas dari Sumatera. So my family actually, on my mom's side, originated in Indonesia. It's very interesting, isn't it? My grandfather, of course, Penang, Indian Muslim, I don't know whether pirate or businessman, came down through Penang. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I was not told the story. I was not told the story. But they were, they were doing quite well. Yeah. Next. To convince my mom, this is the Indonesia part. My stakeholder, Indonesia part, which landed around Perak. Perak. Bota, if you know Perak well, Bota, Ipoh, that area. That area. Very interesting. Very interesting. That's my sister, Dr. Yasmin. She wants to be in Ipoh, she wants to be in Perak because she loves her stakeholder. Ladies and gentlemen, she doesn't use social media. Her clinic gets a queue of 100 people before she opens the door. She reaches out through public relations and shaking hand. Her public relations method is sender, receiver, very little noise in between. Yeah. Face-to-face communication is very effective for her. Next. There are common denominator in crunching us together. Some youth in this world today loves durian. Most adults love durian. To find a common denominator to ask people to go and buy Kentucky Fried Chicken or McDonald's, going to be very difficult unless you have the right tactics and tools. For all of us, to start a conversation could be the fruit called durian. Do you like durian? No, yes. The no's are normally the Y's and Z, don't worry. We are on this side, we are the Beatles side. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the durians and they are my children, 23, 25. I say this because Sharol, my eldest boy, who now, Ibu jumpa di Oslo, who now works at PwC and he takes accounting and finance, he bonds with me and I have to understand what he does because I got clients who want me to understand 20-year-olds. He came back 2 days ago and said, Daddy, come and see these apps. Instagram new apps. Let's play this. This is 11 o'clock at night. I don't look like a handsome Prince Charming at night. It's okay, I'll entertain my children. Next. It's called Chicken Chom on Instagram. Do you play this? Some there, but a lot of you are not into it yet. Next. This is Sharol, my son. Every time he bites, tactics and tools for Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's incredible. And of course, the dad doesn't know how to play. It's 11 at night, and here we go.
Oh, tak dapat.
Ada partner. So my point here is to understand them is so fast. Every other day he comes back with a different game and different way to bind with me. He doesn't care what happens to Radio TV Malaysia, magazine, cinema, billboard, right? You just look at your social media and go for it. Ladies and gentlemen, even with social media today, whether it's key opinion leaders, which we used to use, whether it's influencer, which we may be using, whether it's micro-influencer, which may have only about 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 people with you, it may not work. In some parts of China and some parts of the world, is KOC, key opinion converters. Unless I'm able to convert you to purchase or to buy, I have failed in my KPI with my customers. It's so interesting. And I know some of you are micro-influencers here. Ada kah? Ada tak yang micro-influencers here? Influencers ada kah? Student maybe, yeah. Because some of them are influencers, yeah. Next. Primus inter pares is very interesting. Stakeholder lain-lain. Next. Next word, audio-visual. My problem here is there are various ways of looking at the visual. Okay, Mano, stop. This video is when I went to the airport to go to Edinburgh. This video is in Kuala Lumpur International Airport. Guess what's the incident? What's the incident? What was the incident just now? Yeah, it was not a fire drill. It was EXO in Kuala Lumpur International Airport. My point again, viral videos that got millions are just someone at the airport. Are you familiar with EXO? Yes, they are. You're not, right? No. Yeah. You know, they are. That's this group. So unless I understand about EXO, I will not be able to cater for you in whatever campaign that I'm doing. Right? Next. Yeah. Who is this? Video, power of video. Who is this? Sorry? Yes, this is BTS latest video, just 1 week old. They are all jumping at the back, you know. But my point here is beautiful video, audio visual will run, they're going to get a few 100 million. And it's only been a few days. Tools and tactics have got to be figured out to blend in with the big idea and big strategy. Next.
Open Gangnam Style.
But you see them at the back. It's so difficult. Yeah? This guy started it, didn't he? He started it, yeah? He started it. It's, you know, the Koreans have taken over the world. Yeah? All right, moving on. Video. Yeah, power of video. Okay, Mano? Yeah? Next, I want to talk about power of photos. Audio visual must include photo. And photo is tremendous. Next. Some of the photos, there was one gentleman who was the event director for Barack Obama. He came to Kuala Lumpur and he spoke about how he does the campaign of Barack Obama. It's all to do with photo positioning and framing of photo. Next photo. Yeah, photo framing and position of photo will play a big part in impacting your like and dislike as well. Yeah, photo and video. Next. Yes, this is in Kuala Lumpur. Next. Next. My point here is, our point here is photo and video. That's Roger Fist. That's the guy who came. He used to work with Barack Obama, yeah, when Barack Obama was the president. I would like to introduce you to the importance of photo. Next. Yeah. I hear that one of the lecturers used to work in Terengganu, LSPR. Adakah? Yang Dungun. Yes, there you go. Sorry, I forgot your name, sir. Johnny. John. George. Why not? George. Dungun is beautiful. This is taken in Terengganu. It went viral. This is taken on the iPhone. Yeah. So photo can actually promote tourism as well. Yeah. You don't have to pay big campaign money. Next. Moving on. Yep. Primus inter pares. If you have a photo, if you have a phone, and you take a good picture, iPhone will pay you big money for it if it's a good photo. So that's where you are heading. Yeah, that's where you are heading. Next. New media, naturally. Moving on. Yep, okay. Intricacies of technology, Internet of Things, if you must. It's so intricate. Next. Last month, 2 months ago, Bloomberg produced this magazine with the Big Mac cover. Who supports Manchester United here? Hands up if you support Manchester United. Who supports Liverpool here? Not bad. Who supports Arsenal? No. Which is the biggest football club in the world? It is Real Madrid, and the second? Barcelona. So in Spain, a year or so ago, they sacked the CEO of McDonald's Spain after the Barcelona-Real Madrid match. Interesting. Why? because according to the magazine, McDonald's didn't sell as many burgers as Burger King during the football match. Now, you get sacked for not selling burgers during a football match. It's very interesting. Why? Burger King has got the data and the AI of people in Spain who would like what kind of burger. Do you understand that you got pop-ups coming in even though you don't ask in your phone? Burger King has that. So they changed the system. Now McDonald's have come back in Spain to be one of the leader in selling burger. That is why I'm saying it's so fast and intricate, this new media. People like me and those people who are practicing, and all of you soon will have to really divulge into an interesting framework so that you know what you're doing. This is the Harvard Business Review January-February issue. Data creates competitive edge, and they say that advertising will die. Will die simply because advertising makes people very sad. That's what this book says, yeah? So my point is, what do? We do advertising, we do PR, what do we do, yeah? Next. This is the Real Madrid team, and the next is the Barcelona team. Next. Okay, moving on, new media. You are primus inter pares because you decide. You decide. Next. Trust is primary. Moving on. Michael Conrad. Leo Burnet's San Francisco creative director, who is now the Berlin Creative School CEO. He says, all of us in this room would always rate everything we see. When Uncle Jeff came up the stage, you have already rated me 5 out of 10 before I speak. When Ibu Prita came to the room, I've already rated her 11 out of 10 for her attire and my perception of LSPR for the past 24 hours. As soon as your lecturers come to the classroom, you rate. But remember, as soon as your lecturers come to the room, they rate you too. According to Michael Conrad, all of us rate everything and everyone. It's very interesting. And I have to think about this when I do my campaigns because I got to create the right perception. Yeah, got to create right perception. I'm going to show you some visuals now between the rate of, say, if I show you a visual of London School of PR, please shout 10 because Ibu Prita is here. You have to rate it very high. Right, Ibu, ya? Yeah. Mana boleh dapat 6, 7, 10. I will not do that. But my point is, as soon as you see a visual, please shout a number to me. It will be a generic visual. 1, 2, 3. 8, 8, 9, 7, 6, 8. Uncle Jeff campur semua number dapat 8.9. Yeah. That is the rating for this product. Why most of you are giving high, I'm not sure. Is Milo popular here? Is the number 1 drink? Number 1 chocolate drink? What's the number 1 chocolate drink? Cadbury, yeah? In Malaysia, it's popular. There are a lot of viral videos that say they've got 3 tons of sugar in this can, but it's still popular. Because you have given it a very high rating and you are primus inter pares. Very interesting. Yeah. Next visual I'm going to show you. You must shout me a number. You hate it, 2, 3, 4. You love it, 7, 8, 9. Next visual. Without asking, you've shouted 9. Yeah? And that's just incredible for a British guy. Yeah? To get, yeah? And I like that. So, yeah, it is just incredible because he is a worldwide phenomenon. We tried to bring him to the ASEAN International Film Festival. Oxford guy, good actor, yeah? We would love to learn a lot more from him. Hopefully we can bring him the next time. But that's a 9 for you. According to Michael Conrad, perception best. Next. Next visual.
Why vote for me? I'm not just your everyman. I've literally been every man. I've been a Navy pilot, a lawyer, and a Navy lawyer. My opponents will say I was a pimp in high school. It's true. But I grew up fast in NASCAR country and started a small business as a sports agent to set a better example. I know foreign diplomacy because I fought alongside the samurai. And I'm proud to serve our country, defending our planet against aliens twice. No, 3 times. I know this country top to bottom, inside out. From here to here. Because I've lived its history. Literally, I did. It's a vampire. I feel the need to lead. As your commander-in-chief, no mission is impossible. So help me help you to elect me in 2020. I'm just a patriot. My birthday? The 4th of July. I'm Tom Cruise and I'm running for President of the United States. America, you complete me. Show me 2020!
Thank you, Tom. How many do you give that, Tom Cruise? 10. Yeah. Actually, this is a spoof. It's not Tom Cruise. It's a double. Therefore, VUCAT world, isn't it? It's just incredible. It's just incredible, isn't it? You see, but it's okay. You will share it, and that's what they want you to do. Tom Cruise is not suing the guy because it's the double. And is it good for Tom Cruise? Yeah. He just said that it's not him. That's about it. Yeah. But it's just incredible. Yeah, it's just incredible how videos are so powerful. Yeah, are so powerful. Next. 1 to 10. 11. 10. Lagi? You know why? Because it's in your purse at the moment. Yes. And it is in the hotel room or in your bedroom or in your office. Yes. When you sakit kepala, you minta lain-lain paracetamol, tak mau? Dia because tak bagus kan yang lain kan? Panadol mujarab tak? Sangat kan? Betul kan? Ladies and gentlemen, you don't take paracetamol anymore, you take Panadol. It's brilliant if we can get to that level. Now, there are many articles, if you take X amount of Panadols or paracetamol, it will hurt your liver. But do you care? You don't really care because you just take just enough. Maybe about 2 or 4 a day. That's about it. But it works, yeah? Primus inter pares, yeah? It's the product, it's you. You decide. Next, the last one, the second last one, USP brand. Moving on. It's very interesting. A brand growth, this is created by WorldCom, has got the launch of the brand, the growth of the brand, the maturity of the brand, the saturation of the brand, and the brand has got to decide whether it's going to die or it would like to redefine itself and decide to go somewhere else. Yeah? Many products, people, political party follow this train. They launch themselves, they grow, they mature, they saturate, and they may die unless something happens with the product or the people or the company. Next. You can get the slides from, we're going to leave behind the slides to LSPR. You can get from them. Next. Dr. Podilama is not a scientist from Sri Lanka. He is actually Dr. Podilama. Yeah? Following the same LGMSD of a life of a brand. Yeah? Just thinking aloud about it, even though it's primus inter pares, and you decide the life of any brand in the world, whether it's a fast food or a vitamin or a paracetamol, it may follow the same scheme. Yeah? Next. In Malaysia, she's got millions of followers. She sells skin whitening creams. It's so interesting, isn't it? Interesting. And Syed, yeah, she's just incredible, and she does her own video. I don't think it's because of cost-cutting measure, but because it sells. Yeah, it sells. Stakeholders are interesting creatures. If you ask me to do metrics or what do I do, or what do we do, it's so interesting today. Because that sells. A fake Tom Cruise sells. Yeah? Being ethical and trustworthy, we don't go on that line, but we really need to figure out what to do. Next. Moving on. You decide. Primus inter pares. You decide. All of you raise your hand, both hands please. Youth. Youth of today, whether you are generation Y or Z, you decide actually. You decide the product, the company, the people, the politics. We are depending on you to make the right decision. Next. Next. Yep. He's 25 and he's 23. Next. Sharul and Shakil. Sharul, Shakil. Shamin. Sharul is bundled into a Gen Y by age, even though 2 years gap. He is idealistic. He's a mobile pioneer. He eats like all of you. You makan and handphone buka kan? Tengok handphone, tengok drama, tengok Friends ke kan? Betul, ya. Twitter and Instagram, betul? Some of you, ya. Prefer brands that share his values. Sama-sama. Kita tak tahu your brand, tapi you know your brand within your group, ya. And photo and video is your thing lah. Not membaca kurang sikit lah kan? You share more photo, video, right? Shakil, who is 2 years younger, pragmatic, focus on saving money. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah. You are proud of him, I'm proud of him. Shakil went back to Edinburgh. He came back and then he went back in August. The mother gave him 500 quid. This is your expenses, Shakil. He said, Ma, I only need 300. He returned back the 200 pounds. If it's the brother said, 500 pounds, where's the other 500? You know? So that they've got different thinking, even though 2 years gap. He is a mobile native. He's Snapchat and Instagram. Are you? Instagram? Snapchat? Okay, all right. Video and video, Not so much photo, more video, More video. Next. Sharul, 25 now, supposedly, in theory, his attention span, like some of you, is 12 seconds. Shakil is 8 seconds. With some of you, you're bored with the video, within 4 seconds you delete, right? Yeah, so it's the same. Next. Shakil will check the reviews by his friends. He's not bothered about the aunties, uncles, moms, and dads. He's only bothered about what the friends say about their brand and the product. Next. Shakil is very concerned about his privacy. Yeah, he's very concerned about his privacy. So when a bank calls or when a product operator calls, he's always double checking. Next. Primus inter pares. Moving on. Ladies and gentlemen, please raise your hand. The first finger is your S is your stakeholder. Telling is critical here. Your second finger is audio visual. Remember, think about the right thing. Sometimes you are conned. Be careful. Yeah, we're trying to think about VUCA, but think about the deceit. Next, new media. Naturally, you are doing it. No problem. The fourth finger is you must do this. If you want to be and stay in this vocation, trust is a factor. The fifth factor is your brand. What is your brand? What is your brand as a Gen Y and Gen Z? Moving on. Finally, Mano, is the youth. You will determine a lot of things that happen in LSPR. You will determine what happens in Perhumas. You will determine what happens at World Communication. You will determine what happens at Institute PR Malaysia. And you at the back there, Gen Z and Gen Y, will determine what happens at Global Alliance. Thank you very much, everyone.